Yo, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mad? Could you be mad? Yo, once again, it's O. Back at you one more again, Real Kids TV and the House Like Kitchen Sinks. Now, before I get into this afternoon story, if you will, understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better, meaning that anytime I drop a story, it's typically guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, you're at work, you don't feel like being there, as we so often don't. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Perhaps you're trying to lay down and take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you're listening to or viewing this video. Or you're just in the mood for a good old-fashioned true, keyword being true, penitentiary / life story / life experience. This is the channel for you. You prefer your 8 to 12 to 15-minute videos. Absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But at Real Kids TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, all that being wrapped up into one big old nutshell that is, there is a message. Before I get into this afternoon's message, if you will, y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Let me know your city, your state, your hood, your set, whatever it may be that you're representing. Let it be known. Let us know if you the man or the woman that you say you be, respectfully. I don't know if this video is going to be 30 minutes or better this particular instance. Could be, maybe it won't be. But nevertheless, I'm going to give it to you raw. Pause, double pause, triple pause. You know, first of all, I want to make this perfectly clear and perfectly known. Women that have to endure any sort of abuse from a man, that's totally unacceptable. Totally. 100% unacceptable. It's never an excuse for a man to put his hands on a woman. No means no. That's the slogan that they use in the Kentucky Department of Corrections. No means no, and yes is not allowed. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that, I guess, out here in the free world, but I guess you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, hopefully. When a woman says no, she says no. I understand that there are a lot of women that these sort of assaults and abuses happen to them, and they're afraid to come forward because they don't want to, you know, maybe feel as though people will look at them sideways and not believe them, or maybe it's a powerful figure. Who will ever believe me? I get it. So I'm very sympathetic, empathetic to women that actually, keyword, actually endure these sort of horrific experiences. No excuses, no exceptions. A woman says no, she means no. But on the flip side, this whole situation with women being able to just come out and say that a man did something to them simply because he has, you know, he's rich and he's famous, it's beyond out of control, man. Diddy's on a whole RICO case fighting for his life. We know Diddy's a piece of shit, but these charges are totally unwarranted. Charging with murder, charging with assault, charging with the things that he actually did. Take a young NBA player, Zion Williamson. I think at this point he's 24, 25, somewhere right around in that age range, 23. You got a young lady that's coming out saying that he graped her. He did these horrific things to her some years back. Now it's all over the media. You know, court of public opinion is very, very damaging. It'll make you lose your whole contract. In the NFL, they'll just outright cut you. See, the NBA and the MLB is different. They're not gonna just cut you. They may suspend you, but you're gonna get your pay. The NFL, the good old boys league, no black owners, but all black players. They're gonna just cut you because you can't bring this sort of distraction, if you will, to their brand, the Shield. There you go, Ken's talking that race shit. Man, the truth is the truth, man. And the truth shall set you free, man. Just rock with me. Lay back, kick your feet up, and rock with me. I'm going somewhere with this. Don't quite work that way in the NBA or Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball is predominantly white. You got these black athletes, man. I say these black athletes, why? Because most of your athletes are black. Basketball, football, they're black. Especially the ones that we know. No disrespect to anybody else. Movie stars, actors, time and time again, find themselves in these situations, such as Zion Williamson. Black athlete. Black movie star. They go and get with a white woman. I believe in getting with whoever you want to get with. A lot of people believe in only dating within your race. I believe you date who you want to date, who you love, who your heart yearns for. That's just me. Everybody else has a different, I'm not going to say everybody else, but different people have different opinions. And I respect everybody's opinion. I just believe that God doesn't look at, we're all one. But again, I respect your rights to believe how you believe. But you're just seeing it over and over again, to where you're seeing these athletes, they're getting with these young women in college. It all starts in college. Sometimes even before college. LeBron James been with his wife since high school. You get with these women, you promise them the world. I love you, baby. I'm going to the top. And I'm taking you to the top with me. We're going to stick up the world and split it 50-50. It's going to be me and you, baby. Bonnie and Clyde, man. Just on some legal Bonnie and Clyde type of ordeal. And as time goes on, you get more and more famous, and the money grows, and the relationship kind of starts to, you know what I mean? She's going in one direction, you're going in one direction. Relationship doesn't last. You decide you want to leave the relationship. The athlete, the entertainer, decides he wants to leave the relationship. Unfortunately for the woman, you all not married, and you all didn't have any kids. See, that's the security blanket. That's the safety net. Oh, kids, how's this a safety net? Because if you have kids, guess what? That athlete or that entertainer is gonna pay child support. If y'all been married, she's gonna get half, alimony, child support. But I've been with this dude for 5 years when he didn't have nothing. Y'all peep me out. Peep me what I'm saying before you hate me. I done been with this dude for 5 years, man. He ain't have nothing. In college, struggling. We splitting packs of ramen noodles together. I'm letting him use my car. My car was broke down. We catching the bus together. I'm giving him $20 because he didn't have a dime. His people wouldn't send him nothing. He promised to be with me. He promised he was going to take care of me. And he strikes lightning in the bottle. He gets hot at a draft combine, or he has a great senior year or whatever, and now all of a sudden the NFL scouts is looking at him. And he goes to the league and he signs this multi-million-dollar, and I say NFL, NBA, whatever, pro. Scouts is looking at him. And he signs this multi-million-dollar contract. Now it seems as though overnight he's the instant millionaire. His whole attitude, his whole demeanor, everything changes about him. He's brand new. And within a year or two of him being in the league, still no marriage, still no kids, he leaves me. You're breaking up with me? You leaving me? Girl, is you crazy? Zeke Elliott is your boyfriend? running back, former running back of the Dallas Cowboys. Zion Williamson is your ex, and you just leaving a relationship with nothing? Bitch, you crazy. That's how women talk. Bitch, you crazy. He's damaged you emotionally. And you can say all type of other things. Put his hands on you physically. Traumatized you. He graped you. The times you said no, he made you do it. Big black 6'6" dude, 6'5", 240 pounds. And here it is, you're a 5'6" white woman that barely weighs 140 pounds, 130 pounds. He overpowered me. There was nothing that I could do. You sitting here and broke, and you didn't just watch them sign a $100 million contract. You didn't just sit here and watch them sign all these sort of endorsement deals to where he's making $60, $70 million a year, and you just leave me and I was with you when you didn't have nothing. Now in Zion Williamson's situation, I doubt that happened because I'm sure he was getting paid in college. He only 1 year of college, but in high school, they was probably paying him in high school. But we're just gonna rock with this narrative. You was with him when he didn't have nothing. And then he does you like this. Girl, you bitch, you better go get that money. Then you got these attorneys out here that should be locked up. It's extortion. I need to speak to someone in regards to a sex assault. It was on a famous NBA player. Lawyer immediately gonna call you back. This is what we're gonna do. After she gives the lawyer the rundown or what have you, we're gonna send a demand letter. Extortion. But it's done in a legalized manner because it's done through an attorney. Based upon the findings and based upon, actually, dear Mr. Williamson, based upon, after introducing yourself or whatever, my client, based upon my client's testimony, based upon my client's alleged activities that took place or what have you, we find that you have the S word assaulted her. We wish to keep this matter out of the public. We wish to keep this matter out of the courts and social media and Miss Becky is demanding $25 million. And we need that in the next 7 days, 14 days. Otherwise, formal charges will be charged civilly, not criminal. It's never criminal. Civilly, and we will go to the media with this. Same thing that happened to P. Diddy. Cassie wanted $30 million. If you don't give me this $30 million, I'm going to release this book. P. Diddy said, get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't giving you shit. A little while after that, I guess he spoke with his attorneys. They seen, everything that was going against P. Diddy, I guess. And they settled for the $20 million. She wanted 30, they settled for the 20. I guess Zion said, nah, I'm not giving a dime. I'm not giving you nothing. Nathaniel, I'm not giving you nothing. Take it to the public. So guess what they do? You got these attorneys, such as the individual that alleged that Jay-Z and P. Diddy graped a 13-year-old at a Grammys party or something like that. Come to find out, this bride totally lied. Not only did she totally lie, she's protected by the government. See, this is the thing that And a lot of people are going to find this uncomfortable, but the truth is the truth. I've been in the criminal system for a long time, in and out. You put these women, you got these women that are prosecutors, and they're egregious. They're very, very, they stick together. And so when it's a woman alleging something, and it's a woman investigating the case, and it's a woman that's in control of prosecuting the case, guess what? They're going all in. It's not just solely for the women, it's also to advance their careers. I'm the one that prosecuted P. Diddy. I'm the one that got R. Kelly 30 years. I'm the one that got Tory Lanez locked up. All these individuals that have been alleged to have been innocent of the charges. Not saying that they're not guilty of anything, just the charges that they're charged with. I'm the individual that prosecuted Michael Jackson. I'm the individual that prosecuted Bill Cosby and got a conviction. Although it was some straight bullshit. You see, Bill Cosby, a lot of people don't know the intricacies of his case. Bill Cosby never should have gone to prison. The testimony of that lady that came and testified against him had already been determined. She could not testify against him. He had paid her $3 million, I believe, and it was supposed to be sealed. It was done. But the prosecution allowed her testimony anyway. The judge allowed it. And Bill Cosby got convicted, which he would later be exonerated. But he never should have had to have gone through that. Why? Based on a woman's word after 30 fucking years. I'm not saying that erases the pain if someone has done something to someone 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. But when you can just come forward and you know that I could get some millions off of this. I was afraid. I just didn't want to come forward. Ken's you victim shaming? No, I'm not. I'm calling out the bullshit. There are victims that are afraid. There are. But there's a lot of not even victims. There's a lot of people that just want that bread, that money. Once again, I'm referencing the P. Diddy case. That's why he's gonna beat this shit. P. Diddy's killing this shit by the landslide. I don't care what these mainstream media people, Stephen A. Smith's bitch ass, and he's bringing people on the panel. And why don't he bring other individuals on this show that are not so large, that are not so big, that are in the courtrooms every day, and they're seeing exactly what's going on? But no, he's not gonna do that. No, he's not gonna do that. You know why P. Diddy's killing this case? It's because every witness that they putting on the stands is lying. We got one witness that says, I don't even want to be here. I'm just here because the government made me be here. I love P. Diddy. He treated me nothing with respect. Yeah, we worked hard. We had 18, 20-hour days. But the government's trying to make it seem as though forced labor, which falls under the statute of the charges that they're charging with him and with RICO Act. It's not forced labor. You could have quit at any given time. Well, he didn't pay me my bonuses. He didn't pay me. That's what HR is for. Is he dead wrong? Yeah, P. Diddy's a piece of shit. Beats women. Throws his power around. Really, I fuck P. Diddy, to be honest. Just keeping it all the way real. But at the same time, this is another man. It's another black man. And I don't want to see him get railroaded by the system. Because I've seen it happen so many times. It's happened to me. Was I guilty of this? Yes. But I wasn't guilty of that. Is he guilty of beating Cassie's ass and other females? Yeah. Dead wrong. I don't mean he deserves a life sentence, because the law says this is the statute and this is what he can be charged with and this is what he can receive as far as prison time. So no, I don't want people to ever think that I'm a P. Diddy fan, because I can't stand the arrogant son of a bitch. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And these women, they understand that. Like I said, they give these attorneys, Bugsby, whatever his name is, and Deshaun Watson, millions out of him for having freaking going to massage parlors. A single man going to massage parlors. Massage parlors was getting happy endings. Sure, y'all know what a happy ending is. You got one woman that comes forward. I was traumatized. I was intimidated because he was an athlete. I feel as though if he didn't do it, I would be... And so she gives him a happy ending. Comes back with another woman, goes to another massage parlor, whatever. Not having sex, not graping, not accused of it. Happy endings. And these women are so distraught. They're so distraught because they chose to give a man a happy ending. I just did it. I was intimidated. I was afraid. I was afraid. I've been in a massage parlor a day or two in my life. It was a long time ago. They got cameras. Any given time, you on the table, you don't got nothing on. Towel, and that towel's gonna be removed. Woman can run out of the room. She can hit. There's a little button they can hit. They got phones. They got all type of. I was afraid. Then another woman will shoot. Man, I used to give him massages too. I see she got 500,000. Let me. Next thing you know, you got billboards. You got posters. You got. If you've been assaulted, S-word assaulted by Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. At the time, it was, Houston Texans. If you've been assaulted by this individual, S-word, come forward. You got 20-something women that all come forward. I'm so traumatized. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got so many people that's suing him. Lawyer fees. It's just easier for you to settle out of court, even though you ain't did a bitch ass thing to these hoes. I mean, my bad. I'm my bad. These women. You done made millions in the NFL, and you stand to make millions. You got 20 people. I settle with everybody for $250,000. That's $5 million. Give my lawyer $5 million. That's $10 million it cost me. But guess what? I get to continue with my career, going with my life or whatever. I can make that money back. But why did he settle if he didn't do anything? Because attorney fees are very, very, very malicious. Especially when it comes to people that they know have that money, make that money. So this individual attorney that I'm speaking about, Jay-Z wasn't buying it. Nah, I'm not giving her nothing. Matter of fact, I'm going to sue you. Quickly, the case was dropped. 13-year-old, you saying snuck and went to a Grammy party 3 or 4 hours away, got with this dude, Jay-Z and P. Diddy. They graped her. She escapes. Several celebrities that was there, but nobody seen her. Nobody recalls this. Runs miles to a gas station, calls her dad. Her dad comes and picks her up 3 or 4 hours away. But yet when they interviewed her dad, he has no recollection of this ever happening. I'm so traumatized by this. Maybe my facts were wrong. Maybe I said it wrong. Full of fucking shit. I'm gonna say the things that the other people won't say. I'm gonna say it. I am. Now Jay-Z flipped the script and he's suing the attorney and her. But we don't know who her is. Guess what? Because the identity is not revealed. Jane Doe. Everybody can judge you and convict you in the court of public opinion. You got to pay millions for your attorneys, private investigators, and all type of experts and witnesses. But she's Jane Doe. I don't know what happened in the Zion Williamson situation. But if I had to bet, if I had to guess, bitter, mad because he broke up, left you, went with somebody else. See, the one thing a woman can't stand is all the years and work that she put in, and the relationship ends up ending, and she sees you with the next woman doing the things that she wanted to do ultimately. Nah, man. Nah. Ain't going down like that. I'm gonna get a piece of that. All I got to do is call a lawyer, like Bugsby, whatever his punk ass name is. Shed a few tears. I'm just so emotionally, I don't know, I can't even just be around people. He just drained me so bad. What about these 20 Birkin bags you got? What about these Gucci bags? I don't care about I just want justice. I just want justice. You just want justice, huh? Why you didn't file a criminal charge then? See, civil is the easiest way to shake somebody down. Criminally is very different. That's why you don't see people file a lot of criminal charges unless it's just blatantly, because it's harder to prove, because the facts really come into play with a criminal charge. So a lawyer will tell you, nah, man, civil is the way. They don't want that bad press. They don't want that bad media. The league that he's in, they don't want that. So they're going to encourage him to settle. Shannon Sharpe. Same situation now. Shannon Sharpe, you know, to me, that's a little bit of predatory behavior. Now, I understand that she was 19, but come on, Shannon. At the time you met her, you was, what, 51, 52? She's 19? Y'all jump in the comment section. Fellas, if your 19-year-old is kicking it with a 52-year-old, what are you going to say? I guess it depends, though, because some people's going to be like, shit, if it's a nigga like Shannon Sharpe and he got that bread, he got that money, then, you know, some people's going to just fuck Shannon Sharpe, man. 52, that's my daughter. But she's over 18. That's in some states, 17. It's her free will. It's not morally right, but it's not lawfully wrong. Y'all rock with me, man. Shannon Sharpe apparently looked at it that way. He's kicking it with this young lady. Shannon Sharpe, for you all that don't know, to live under a rock, he's a former NFL player. I'd encourage you to Google it. If you don't know the story, he's a Hall of Famer. He's on ESPN and First Take with Skip Bayless, and he has a very, very successful podcast. And a 19-year-old, well, she's not 19 now. I think she's 22, I think, at the time. Well, she was 19 when they met at the gym. I think she's 22 now. And she's coming out. She has these voice recordings of Shannon Sharpe talking kind of aggressive towards her. She set him up. It was all a play. See, they were really, really role-playing. You know how people role-play. But when I get home, man, you know that ass is mine. When I get home, I'm going to tear that. I'm going to choke the shit out of you. That's how they play. That's how they talk. That's how they role play. But see, the rest of the world don't know that. So I'm going to keep it real. And this is probably the realest video I've ever made. The rest of the world don't know you all's dialogue. You all's you know, the way that you all communicate towards each other. It's going to seem like big black guys, 6'2", 6'3", little white girl. I'm gonna really, really choke you. No, that's how you like to be talked to. That's how we do things in the bed. But the rest of the world don't know these things. Shakes him down. She got all these voice recordings or whatever. She wants some money, man. Shannon Sharpe was on the brink of signing a $100 million contract for his podcast. He don't want to give her a dime, but his attorneys, I would imagine, listen, man, we don't need this type of drama. Go on and let's make a settlement. Let's make her a settlement offer. You got $100 million on the table, man. Let's offer $10 million for this to go away. Let's offer $10 million. Man, I'm not offering that bitch $10 million. Listen, you stand to lose a lot more. Lawyer fees, convicted in the court of public opinion, sponsors, you know, sponsorships or what have you, pulling out. It's best to just go on and give her some little money, make her sign an agreement where she can't talk about it or whatever, confidentiality or whatever, disclosure, let it go. Offer the $10 million. S-word assaults, there's no taxes on it. Offer you 10, the lawyer's probably going to take 3 of it, $7 million for you to go away. They don't want it. Now we want 50. They want 50 million. That's where they made a mistake. Greed. See, they're being greedy. Shannon Sharpe, yeah, he's successful. He got money, but he ain't got money like that. 50 million. He ain't even got 50 million. So now you want to try to sue me for something that I don't have. If you had just taken the 10, could have kept it quiet, I would have got my $100 million deal. Then I would have gotten more and more on top of that. Could have paid you your 10 and everything would have been cool. You would have had $7 million after your lawyers were paid. No taxes. And this man never did nothing to you. You were just mad because he left you. I need 50. Now it hits the media, the sponsors, they done pulled out. The people that had the deal on the table for his podcast, they done pulled out. We'll revisit this at a later time. I need you to go on and handle this. In the meanwhile, ESPN done, allegedly he stepped away. He stepped away because that was what they told him to do. That's what they put out there. He done lost endorsement deals. Paying attorneys hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not in the millions. And look at everything they lost based upon what she said. No proof, no nothing. What she said. I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn. I'm so emotionally drained. I need 100 million. That would never take the pain away. I just want justice. Yet again, no criminal charges have ever been filed. Everything is civil. See, if a person grapes you, if a person does something to you, you really seems as though you want justice. You want that son of a bitch buried, which he should be. Because no man should do that to a woman. But they protecting these women so bad, man. To where when women see that Cassie got 20 million out of P. Diddy, no proof, no nothing. Well, guess what? And the tape still came out. Well, shoot, she can get 20 million out of P. Diddy. I can go and get $1 million. I was around Bad Boy. I can go get 500,000. I was around Zion Williamson. I was his assistant. I was his trainer. I was his girlfriend. He S-word assaulted me. He's not going to want the bad press. He's not going to want to pay his attorneys. He's not going to... Give me $750,000, I'll settle today. And it's sad, man. It's sad. And it seems like it's getting worse. And nobody seems to recognize it, man. Legalized extortion, man. I'm not saying that because these individuals are athletes that or entertainers, movie stars or whatever, that they're not capable of doing these things. I'm not saying that. But I would go out on a limb to say the majority of them are not. You can have any woman you want. Go back to the P. Diddy. He's one of the biggest stars in the world. Why do I gotta grape you? Why do I gotta put a drug in your drink? You're gonna cut your left arm off to be around me and to be at a P. Diddy party, a Zion Williamson party, anywhere around me. But because you were around me, you used that to your advantage. You shed a few tears. And now you end up walking away with some millions. And my whole reputation is damaged. Well, you got to watch who you surround yourself with, Kens. Well, you know, that's true. But sometimes you don't know. You may think that you have this individual, she's solid or whatever, things don't work out, you move on. And y'all don't have a kid and y'all weren't married, and you don't leave me and I got to go back to the hood, the projects, or, you know, the mediocre, you know, lifestyle. Nah, hell no. Hell no. It ain't going down like that. I used to date Zion Williamson for 4 years, 5 years. He graped me many times. I just didn't come forward and say anything because I was so afraid. 45 million. And that's not enough to deal with the pain and torture that I had to endure. You don't want to drag it out. You don't want to get suspended any longer than you'll potentially get suspended. You don't want others to come forward based on the fact that they see you. Shit, she got 45. I need to give me some money too. He did the same to me. Why didn't you come forward? I was afraid. Who was you afraid of? You could have gone to the police. He's in many different cities. He plays in the NBA. He's not an imminent threat to you. I was traumatized and I was afraid. I need 3 million. This shit is gone ballistic. It's really, really out of control. But it's going to continue to happen, man. these sort of things is going to continue to happen because the prosecution allows it. The system allows it to happen. It's a target, man. It's a target. You make all that money, but at any given time they can take it. Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby, America's dad? I would like to talk to you about some of the things that you... Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. Not to say that he couldn't be a monster. Not to say that he... 30-something years ago, a woman comes forward saying that he was putting Seroquels or whatever in her drinks, making her go sleep. I'm Bill Cosby in the 80s. I don't got to poison, or not poison, but I don't have to, you know what I mean? Going through my New York shit when I can't think of the words I want to say. I don't have to, I'm really trying to say, I don't have to drop anything in your drink to get you to come over here. You want to be around me because I'm Bill Cosby, but I couldn't think of that at the time. So I don't have to drop, you know what I mean? You dig? You feel me, son? Shout out to New York. And they just go with that narrative. They go with the prosecutors know these whores is lying. Yeah, I said it. I'm on one today. I got some things going on in my life to where I'm being falsely accused. Not anything to dealing with something like that, but person saying that I did something. I ain't even do it. Appreciate all the cash apps, man. All the support. For you all that are not familiar, go back and watch my last video. It's slightly, I might be going back to the pen. I think it's what it's titled on my thumbnail. It's not even a felony. It's a misdemeanor, but still, I got to deal with some BS based upon what another individual saying in a outright lying, 100% lying. So all of y'all have been supporting me, sending me cash apps, $Kens, $Kens, KNZ 1000, $Kens, KNZ 1000. I appreciate it. It is very appreciative. I'm very appreciative. If you haven't seen the video, go back and watch it. I just dropped it yesterday. And I don't even remember the exact title. I'm sent to jail for something I ain't do or defending myself or whatever. It's something like that. If you look at the thumbnail, I might be going back to the pen. I'm not going back to the pen or anything like that. Worst case scenario. But I'm in a Commonwealth state. Heard people say in the comments, well, Kens, why don't they just check the cameras? They're not gonna do all of that on the spot. It's a process. If you've never been in the system, they're not gonna, they'll check the cameras eventually. I fully expect to be exonerated, but look what I have to pay. $3,500 to get out, $5,000 for a lawyer. See what I'm saying? Have my name in the newspaper, have my picture plastered on the, come on, man. Something I ain't even defending myself. One person said, well, come on, Kens, you know that you have a record. You have make better decisions. The fuck better decision I'm going to make when I'm reaching down trying to pick my money up and somebody's standing over top of me trying to assault me and I'm defending myself. I never punched him. I slammed him, roughed him up a little bit, got him up off me. But I never physically, you know what I mean, like choked him or could have just, I never did none of that. But yet I went to jail, man. Crazy. That man assaulted me. Him right there. But he was blatantly the aggressor. So now I gotta wait. Now I have to pay all this money to, attorneys and get them to get the tape and the video, and hopefully they have it and my word against his or whatever. Like, that's crazy. I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. 4-time loser. I done told you, man, every time I done went to jail, I was guilty of something. Maybe not what they charged me with. I did nothing. I dropped a $50 bill on the ground. It went right beside him. He tried to say that it was his money. I'm like, bro, I got my money in my hand. I clearly dropped it. I seen it drop out of my hand. You know how money, when it falls, it kind of, going to pick my money up. He puts his foot on my money and stands over top of me, and I was really threatened for real. I was in fear of my safety. That white man didn't go to jail, but guess who did? And he was the aggressor. Sad, man. Sad world that we live in. We must watch our surroundings, our environments. Here I was just in a gas station, man, just trying to get some gas, man. On my way to work, just trying to get some gas. And guess where I ended up at? Jail. I don't know what to say, really. I just think that these people, man, are despicable. I think they full of shit. And I guess if I was left to leave you all with anything, you reap what you sow, man. You reap what you sow. And just because you're in a position of power, don't mean that you won't be judged. You're doing all the judging, but it don't mean that one day you won't be judged. I don't know what, once again, Zion Williamson, I don't know the situation with him and the young lady that's bringing these horrific charges against him. But what I can say is I've seen it over and over and over again, and it's going to continuously happen over and over again. Because there's no consequences. Worst case scenario, you don't get no money out of it. The case is dismissed, and there's no repercussions for the woman. And they call it victim shaming when a person such as myself has an opinion on the matter and recognizes bullshit. Can a man do that? Can a man come forward 20 years later and say, I was working at this job, and this woman that ran the place, she S-word assaulted me? Why didn't you say anything, Mr. Ken? I was afraid. What was you afraid of? You were away from her? You don't work there any longer? I just felt as though if I did say something, I would be blackballed. Blackballed from what? I mean, you're not even around this establishment anymore. I just don't. And the tears come. Everybody feels sorry or whatever. Just sad, man. Real Kids TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Once again, thank you for all the cash apps. Thank you for the support. Y'all go back and watch that video that I dropped yesterday, talking about, going back to prison. I'm not. It's a misdemeanor. But still, I shouldn't have been charged with anything. The cash app is $KENZ1000. $KENZ1000. I've had an abundance of support. And if you don't got cash app, you got super chats, you got super thanks. I got Venmo. I don't know what my handle is, but I got Venmo. But I appreciate the support, man. Real Kids TV, man.